Hi, I'm Garvin DeShazer, and today we'll be looking at the principles of humility and humanitarianism as they come together in one child who chose to use her gifts to serve. This is the story of an amazing child, now a young woman, who is in the process of changing the world right now. You're going to want to pay close attention to this one because this is your daily inspiration. Looking at the 12-year-old girl in the video, it's apparent there's something different about her. There are her obvious achievements. She teaches poetry at elementary schools. She delivers worldwide lectures. She types up to 110 words per minute. She has 4 published books, and she's delivered more than 100 speeches. And, did I mention that this video is her TED Talk? But her difference goes deeper than just achievements, to something that can't be taught. There's a certain mix of humility and groundedness and confidence about her. You get the sense she knows who she is, and nothing can take this away from her. Her unshakable confidence is not an accident. She chose to look beyond herself and to use her gifts for the good of others. Raised in Seattle, Washington, her mother was a homemaker and Chinese immigrant, her father a PhD software engineer. From an early age, Adora's innate boldness was apparent. At age 4, when her mother took her to the park, Adora stood up on a boulder and gave a speech about why she should be president. Everyone has a time when they were filled with confidence, says Adora, not questioning themselves at all. I think it's important to capture that early magical spirit you have as a kid, where you don't quite know your limitations, she says. At age 4, Adora Svitak began writing. At age 6, she developed her ideas into short stories. She focused on creating strong character leads that defy conventional female roles. Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty are just sitting pretty, waiting for Prince Charming to come and take them away, she says. We need more female characters that do much more than that are active and get out there and fight alongside the knights in shining armor, instead of just waiting for the knights in shining armor to rescue them. Adora credits her love of learning to her mother, Joyce, who grew up in China during the Cultural Revolution with no access to books. I taught my kids that learning is as essential as eating and drinking, says Joyce. We never stop eating and drinking, and never stop learning either. At 7, Adora published her first book, and soon delivered her first public speech. She spoke with such authority, confidence, and precision that much of the crowd forgot they were listening to a child. Yet none of this attention seems to have gone to Adora's head. One news anchor interviewing her asked, "You've been called a genius, a prodigy, a tiny literary giant. How do you deal with being called stuff like this?" "I don't really see myself as a prodigy or a genius," she said. "I have a gift in writing, and I try to share that with others. There's a lot of talented people out there, and I think every kid has something they can share that I don't necessarily know." It was this intuition that sparked Adora's interest in teaching. One day, one of my friends said, "I hate reading." And I stared at her like, "What kind of an alien creature are you?" she says, because it was so incomprehensible to me that someone could dislike reading. That really started my desire to help other children learn to love reading and writing. As a peer teacher, Adora looked for the individual gifts of each child, an aptitude for lyricism and poetry, or a keen memory for historical facts, or a talent for character development, and encouraged them to play to their strengths. Her age seemed to be an advantage. It fostered an intuitive trust among other kids. They sensed her enthusiasm and were often more willing to listen to the guidance of a peer than an adult. Once they started reading books, they'd say, Wow, reading is actually pretty cool. When she wasn't teaching or writing, Adora enjoyed normal kid stuff, roller skating, ice skating, and playing truth or dare. My friends have always been supportive, she says. I wasn't the only focus of attention. We'd talk about each other's lives, and then we'd go throw mud balls and get goofy. To Adora, all of life is learning. She's traveled extensively, including Sri Lanka. It was eye-opening to see these children in poverty, she says. When many people think of their favorite vacation place, they try to think of some beautiful paradise island or going skiing in the Alps. But for me, the value of travel is the learning experience. Now 21, Adora Svitak focuses her efforts on activism. She lectures on women's rights and aims to build young women's confidence, a theme she has long developed in her short stories. Her next book is a work of nonfiction geared to foster confidence and free speech in young people. Oftentimes, I think parents emphasize doing well in school, which is important, Adora says, but sometimes that comes at the cost of a child's natural curiosity and expression. As a kid, your voice is important, she says. Use it. Adora has done what few other child prodigies or adults ever do. She chose to use her extraordinary gifts not to self-promote or garner praise, but to serve others. She knew the confidence and strength she had gained from building her talents, and she committed to help others do the same. What gifts do you possess that could be used to help others? In what ways can you listen and identify others' strengths to help them become the best version of who they are? Will you say, I am here to learn to love and give, and broaden your view today? Thanks for listening. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and joy. Bye for now.
Hi, this is Scott, producer for the Daily Inspirations podcast. We hope you're enjoying these stories, and if you'd like more inspiration in your life, visit mydailyim.com. You can find weekend blog posts, sign up for our email update list, and you can let us know about an inspirational story you'd like us to cover. Or just say hi. We'd love to hear from you.